Hey Dalton, good to see you here, man. Happy holidays.
Good to see you guys, man. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Um, I want to ask you about one play specifically in the last game. Obviously, the entire game didn't go well, but that touchdown run second quarter where you guys did a good job getting out in front. When you kind of get a call on 3rd and 8 to run, that's rare in this day and age. So kind of what's your reaction when that call comes, and what did you think of how that play was executed?
Yeah, good question, Andrew. First off, you talk about that drive, man. That's something I was talking to Brandon about last night. Good football teams don't do that. Bad football teams can't do that. And that's something that I've been hanging my hat on is like we have the capabilities to be a good football team because bad football teams do not drive down on a 10-3 team, a very good defense, and score with a minute and a half left. They just don't do it. And we managed the clock good. We did great things on that drive. And when it comes to the 3rd and 8 call, something we've been doing the last 4 or 5 weeks. If you go back and look at the film, we've been calling run plays on 3rd down. One, the defense isn't expecting it. That's always nice. Two, it tells me that the offensive coordinator and the head coach have confidence in our offensive line and our running backs and what we're capable of doing on 3rd down. So I love the play call. I thought it was great. I know that we can get more than 8 yards on 3rd down even. So I thought it was a great play call, man. I think it's a great strategy, and I think it sets it up great for later in the game for play action on 3rd down. So these teams start saying, hey, they like to run it on 3rd down. Well, then we're going to pop, the same play, but a play action off of it, and we should have guys open downfield.
Excellent.
Merry Christmas, Dalton.
Merry Christmas, Troy. Hair's looking good, man.
Yeah, nice morning hair. When you look at this last 2 games, so much of the word consistency keeps coming up over and over again. What is it you want to see from this offense as you go into the offseason? Because there's certainly, still a lot of questions about stuff. What is it you want to see over these past 2 games? How much does consistency matter?
I think it's everything. That's another thing I was chatting about this week too, is that Broncos country expects a lot out of us, and I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm not resentful towards that. I love how you guys as media members expect more. I love how our fan base expects more because, there's some teams that haven't won a Super Bowl in 50 years. There's some teams that losing seasons is what they do. Here at the Broncos, we're used to winning Super Bowls. We're used to having winning football seasons, and we realize that we haven't done that the last few years, and we have to be better. When it comes to consistency, I think that's exactly the problem on our team right now. I'm not a head coach. I'm not the GM of this team. All I can tell you is that we're a young football team, one, and these aren't excuses, but we're a young football team. Two, some of our best players are out. Cortland Sutton, Von Miller, Mike Purcell. I could go on and on about guys that are out. Our secondary is low as well. But it comes to consistency. We can't go and play the Panthers. I realized that they were a 4-9 team at the time and play the way we did on offense and then come back and play the way we did on offense against the Bills. But there's so many things that go into it, and it's all about consistency. It's all about all 11 guys on the team doing their job every single play. And I truly believe this is that the more time we get together as an offense, the more time we get together as a team, as one, the more snaps we get, the better we will get with consistency. Drew will get more consistent. I will get more consistent. The offensive line will. Our running backs, our wide receivers. And I think consistency is where you see good football teams. You look at the teams that are in the playoffs now, Troy, and I think they're some of the most consistent teams in the league. You don't look at very many of those teams and you look at them being inconsistent. They're pretty consistent football teams. So it's a great question. I think consistency is exactly what we have to be better at.
Okay, last one we got in the queue is Zach.
Hey, Dalton. Thanks for talking with us. Merry Christmas. What'd you think of Garrett Bowles not making the Pro Bowl? And do you take – are you offended by that with being right next to him?
Well, I called him after and I told him, hey, man, I know you're probably ticked off. I'm sorry that you didn't make the Pro Bowl. But truth be told, Zach, that's not why we play the game. Me and Garrett were talking. I'm like, I don't care if for 10 years I don't make a Pro Bowl or you don't make a Pro Bowl. I want to go win a Super Bowl. I want to be a playoff team. That's what's more important, man. And you look at the team, you look at the guys that receive Pro Bowl honors, and you can go look at this after this media, and you can let me know if I'm wrong. All those guys that are on making the Pro Bowl, 95% of them are on playoff teams. Why? Because when you're selecting for Pro Bowl, you look at teams that are in the playoffs, and they should have more because they're the better teams in the league. And if there are anybody on that Pro Bowl list that isn't on a playoff contending team, it's usually a guy that's been in the league 8+ years, that's been to 2 or 3 Pro Bowls already. So one, we got to be a better football team to get more guys on our team to the Pro Bowl, because I think Garrett was more than deserving of the Pro Bowl this year. But I think they look at our record, they look at the Chiefs, and left tackles on teams that are making the playoffs, and they say, well, we think he's a better fit. So I felt bad for him. I think he was more than deserving. I think there was a lot of other guys on this team that played at a Pro Bowl caliber. And we expect that. Of course, I want to get a Pro Bowl underneath my belt. I want to get all pro, just as everyone on this football team. But I think where it starts is being a better overall team to get the attention of the nation.